guys, I want to discuss with you a very hot topic right now, and that is forbearance. And I understand with loss of employment or loss of income, this is starting to look like a good idea or option for your situation. But what you need to understand is that when you're speaking with your servicer or lender, that you fully get what you are agreeing to, that you know when it's due, how much it's due, is there interest due with this, is there any penalties that you may incur. All of these things are very, very important so you don't set yourself up to be blindsided. You know, back in '08, when everything was happening, we had people who did short sales and they didn't understand there was all different sorts of short sales, and they wound up paying all these other taxes and costs that they didn't even know, and it really put them in a financial hardship. And right now we're going through a disaster. You don't want to go through this and then go through another financial hardship because you didn't thoroughly understand what you're signing to. So that's all I'm saying, is that you completely understand what you're agreeing to and knowing what dates you owe things and how much and what the plan is that they're putting you on. So with a forbearance, there are several different options. This isn't a one size fits all sort of deal. It goes kind of off of your original loan, the servicer and lender, what options they are providing, and what they'll agree to. So there's three main different type of options. There's one option that would be a paid during your existing mortgage. So this would be, for an example, if your servicer or lender allowed you to go 6 months without payments. Okay, so you didn't pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then on the 6th month, all those payments prior, including your 6th month, is now due on that 6th month due date. So that is an option. There's also another option that's called your mortgage payment reduction option. And what this one is, for an example, let's say your mortgage is $1,000. Most people's aren't, but this is just an example. So it's $1,000. And let's say the servicer or lender says, you don't have to pay us for 3 months. And so they will cut your $1,000 mortgage in half for those 3 months. Okay, and now you have a year to repay those months worth of mortgage. So basically what they would do is you would pay $500 for 3 months, and starting on the 4th month you would need to pay $1,125, and that basically takes $1,000 and adds $1,500 divided by 12 each month for the next 12 months. Then another option that they may give you is paid back at end of mortgage. So let's say, you know, on average sometimes they do 6 months or a year of no pay and pay it on at the end. So you could, if you had a 30-year loan and you're 28 years into it and you took off a year of no paying mortgage, then at the end of that 28 year, you would now be 29 years, so you'd put another year on it. Or you could take out basically a second loan to pay that in one lump, but then you would also need to pay off that second loan before your 28 years is up, which is basically like a balloon payment. What you need to understand though is that in all of these options, there could be interest, there could be penalties, there could be certain amounts of money, fees, whatever it is that your lender or servicer is putting in. So you need to understand what you're agreeing to, how much it's going to be, what you're signing to, when will it be due. Basically, what is the plan? The plan needs to be black and white, so clear and simple that anyone can understand it. I also wanted to provide a hotline that is 24/7, 7 days a week. It is a independent association called HOPE, and they are, backed and verified by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, which is basically HUD. And so they have counselors there, home counselors, financing counselors that can help you better understand maybe a contract or, a forbearance that your lender has sent you and that you just don't understand, and no matter which way they explain it, it's just not making sense to you. You can call up this hotline and they'll assign you a counselor and they will help explain it to you, and can even call up your servicer or lender on the phone with you, all three of you, and discuss things that way. So that number is 1-888-995-HOPE. Please reach out to them if you have any other questions or can't seem to understand what your forbearance means. I hope you guys are staying safe, well, and healthy, and I'm doing my part, self-quarantining at home, and I appreciate all our healthcare workers and everyone else who is a part of the essentials out there, keeping our community going and saving lives. So, hope to hear from you guys, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm here to help. I love my community, and any way I can help, I will search and figure out a resolution for it, because there's always a resolution. So, goodbye.